What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're building the frame on my mini bass boat and putting on the deck and doing wiring. So we have our entire boat here. Front's gonna be a deck. It's gonna go all the way around over here. We're gonna have our cockpit, and then we're also gonna wire all of the electronics, like all of the lights, put in the switch panel, and all that good stuff. So I'm not going to waste any of y'all's time. Let's get right into it. Alright, so we have all our boards cut and laid out for the frame. So we've got our cockpit, our storage area back there, storage area right here, and our big storage area for tackling stuff up here. So we're going to have 16.5 inches to put a compartment up here. That's going to be our big tackling compartment. Then we're going to have a day compartment right here. And then we're going to have all our batteries and legal stuff and a bilge pump back here. So let's get screwing this thing down. All right, so we got our frame here. We're securing it all to the fiberglass hull using 2 1/4 inch outdoor braided screws. Got our last brace on the back over here. All right, so we got our framing installed, all of it, and next is the plywood. But in between, we're gonna do the wiring. They build houses like this, and this is how I can make the most sense. So we're gonna run wiring all up through here. But first, here's a quick tour of the framing. So we took, this is all 2x4. 2x4, I use 2x4 by 10s and 2x4 by 8. So we use braces at the back to distribute some of that weight to the floor. And then we ran it up and drilled it into the seat. So these are really secure. And did 4 of those in the back. So my hatches are gonna be right here for this battery and right here. And then maybe one right here too for the third battery. Or no, for the second battery. Because we're gonna have my light battery right there and my trolling battery right here. So I've got this 12-volt switch panel, and it's going to be mounted right here, and I'm going to do all my wiring. It's got inline fuses, so I don't have to have a fuse block, which is going to be really helpful. So I can run all the wires all the way up to the front, to the back, to the fish finders, wherever I need. So moving up the boat, we have these 2x4s screwed right here so we can put our plywood on top of it. And we're going to do C-deck on the whole thing. So we're going to have plywood on top of it all the way around. And then we're gonna have a plywood. This entire deck is gonna be covered in plywood. So we're gonna have like our day box storage hatch here with all the stuff that we use during the day. And then we tried to keep it near the edge to support all the framing all the way around the boat. And we're gonna have our main storage hatch for all the baits. It's about 3,600 size, so I'm gonna be able to fit, I think, 8 boxes in there, and then we can use all of the storage in here. It's gonna be an open storage hatch. So like any like legal stuff like fire extinguishers, we can throw that in there. And then moving up, we're gonna have our fish finder mounts up here and our trolling motor on the bow plate and all that stuff. So let's get to wiring. Alright, so we have all of the holes drilled for all of the speakers and wiring and everything, and I think it looks really good. So we're going to clean the boat out and then start up and wiring. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take our 1-inch drill bit to drill the guide hole for the jigsaw to drill our electric hole, which will end up being our phone holder. I'm gonna move some of this stuff. Alright, so I'm using these little metal tacks to secure my 16 AWG wire. Yeah. So we're just gonna run it. I'm gonna label it with the label maker and then run it all the way to the front using those tacks. So let's get it. should be good for now. Got our back light wired up, and just taking some more of these tacks and tacking it down. Alright guys, we need a little update. We've got the framing fully in, as y'all know. We've got one piece of the wood for the interior. Fits in this wall right here. We're gonna be mounting stereo systems and stuff there. So that's nice. And then we're gonna have this piece as the back deck. I've already tested it out, but it's out for now. And next up, we have a little unboxing for y'all. Alright, so we've got the box open. So, I guess this is Thunder Tunes speakers. Marine IPX6 rated, I guess. Which will be nice because obviously this is going on my boat. But it has two speakers, one to go in the front and one to go in the back of the cockpit. And then it has one head unit. So let's get into this thing. These cost about $87 on Amazon, which is way cheaper than you can get any other kind of set, because the head unit doesn't have the screen, which I didn't necessarily need. So I assume these are my two speakers, and then this might be my head unit. Alright, so we got some wires here, what appears to be some mounting brackets. I'll make sure I don't lose anything. One speaker, head unit, and another speaker. Let's go ahead and take a look at this head unit. Wow, it's bigger than I thought. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. Got all sorts of connections on the back for all of the wiring. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that out. So, this is great. Alright, getting into our speaker here. Oh yeah, this thing looks great. I like the color on it too. Yeah, I'm not sure how it hooks up, but that's just another thing to figure out. But it came with some instructions, so we'll figure it out, and I guess I'll walk you guys through the installation process. All right. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and drill a hole in the back, and so we can wire from here to the battery. Alright, so we've got this hooked up. We haven't fused it down in there yet. Haven't tightened those shrink wraps, but as you can see, we've got 11.9 volts on my little bitty kayak battery. The boat battery's over there. It's just a little big to test with. So we're gonna start hooking things up. Alright, so I ordered these to solve my grounding issue. I'm not using the positive one. Just using the negative one. Or no, the negative one's already in the boat. So I'm using it to have more attachments for my grounding.